Well, welcome back, folks. After having a good night's sleep and thinking about things, I've suddenly realised I think I know what the problem is with the rover. And I'm trying to work out how to counteract it. I just realised there's a little red button here. Now, red means don't go past go, don't collect $200, and don't be an idiot. So obviously I must be out of power. The other thing is that tells me that. Stupid. Have a look here. See? Offline. And the cab is offline. The other thing is, what do I do about it? And this is where it could get complicated. The position, even though I've stopped it from rolling, I could build an extension here, take it along, build a connector and try and draw power to recharge the battery. Unfortunately, with my luck, I could probably guarantee that it'll be misaligned or half a block short or something like that, and I won't be able to connect it. So the other thing is, can I add or make a battery, add it to that, and will it have enough charge for me to drive this and back it up here to connect to this connector that I hope will work now that I've done it. But the problem I see here is the height. That's awful high. Now, if I drop it down, the problem will be that it will be too low because it'll be right down here and I won't be able to reach it. So, I don't know. As it is, it's too high. How can I set it up? So if I have one coming out here to here, then I join it. I've warned you about that before, mister. God, the things you have to do. So, what can I do to fix it? I'm not. The problem is, I think the battery might be the easiest idea, but will it have enough charge in it to be able to drive the car back? And that's the big problem. I still want to make a small craft that I can fly around in. And I don't want to do the battery until I've got this sorted out because I can't have that so high. So if I bring one to here and that takes it to there, the next section will take it down to here and bring it out here. And then this will be too damn low. Or maybe it's... okay. Let's take the bull by the horns, shall we? Conveyor. There. See, to be there, that's going to be miles too low. So what the hell can I do about it? perhaps I should try putting one here. No, because that's still going to be the same problem. See, that's going to be miles too low for it to connect to, even with the tyres down. I just don't know. That's the same as doing it that way. I'm trying to not make this complicated, but I can't see any other way of doing it at the moment. Okay, let's take the bull by the horns. Let's just go ahead . Do it this way. If it doesn't work, I'm going to have to find another way. Okay. Right, that's done. If I don't have enough clearance, well, I don't have enough clearance. I'll just have to try and work something out. Can I get in there? Yep, that's not going to interfere with it. That's not going to interfere with it. Let's see if we've got any of these in here. Construction components. Okay, that's done. So, the next thing is to produce a battery. But my biggest worry is, am I going to have enough power in it to be able to get the car back this far? Once I get it back here, can I connect it? And unfortunately, I'm just going to have to try it and see. I think number 9's the battery. Yeah, battery. I hope this works because otherwise I'm out of ideas. That's not exactly it, right, does it? Power cells. Okay. Can we make power cells here? Oh, they're power cells. It's a start, I suppose. If this works, at least it might get me there. No. No, it's not working either. So what am I doing wrong? Why isn't this... It has a minimum amount of power. Do I have to actually take the battery out of this and replace it? It should fit in there. So why doesn't it? I've got everything I need. So why doesn't it fit in there? There's something in the way. Could they be a problem? Okay. Let's make this as complicated as fucking possible. Okay, so why won't it fit in there? What am I doing wrong that I can't get the bloody battery to fit? Unable to place the battery. Well, that's fucking lovely. Okay, I've had enough of this bullshit. You, my friend, are going to fucking die. Because I'm sick and tired of messing about with you. So, goodbye, ship. And we'll make something else. This is not how I thought it would go. But I guess if you can't replace the battery, you can't replace the battery. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. But rather than become excessively frustrated and start throwing keyboards out the window, I shall just do away with it and build a new ship. I should have enough stuff either saved up or at least be able to produce enough to make a small ship and work from there. Okay, goodbye ship, I've had enough of playing around with you. You can go and do whatever you like in the netherworld. Because frankly, I've run out of patience. And you too. Where is it?
Inventory full.
Come on.
Inventory full.
Well, I suppose this is one way to ruin your day. I thought we might have got away with being able to do those batteries, but obviously you're not allowed to. Okay, that's enough of that. So what we've got to do instead is we've now got to design ourselves a ship. Okay, so how do we go about that? Because if I design a ship, that is going to be wrong, isn't it? Well, let's get started on this first. So what do we want? We are going to need something to start it on from memory. So what do I need? I need something, a small connector, or should I just have like a, I don't know, engineer source pipes? You don't want that. I want something that's going to, there, landing gear. Is that what it's called? Okay. I don't think I need one that big. We need steel plate. Large magnetic plate. Magnetic plate. Could we do it with that? Magnetic plate and a connector. We could. Okay. Do we have different sorts of connectors? I don't know. No, that's the wrong one to have there. Okay. This is not exactly what I thought it would be. So, okay. Does that have to go down inside? I don't think so. Landing gears. Okay, let's have a look at this. No, there's no different sizes. So there's only one landing gear from the look of this, but it's far too big. Well, that's the only one there is. So why doesn't it? Oh, hang on. Have I even got any? Oh, I've got no steel plate left yet, dumb fuck. This doesn't look right. Why isn't it right? Okay. No, it's far too big, you idiot. It's obviously not the one, so how the hell do I find the small one? Where is the small one? Because that's all I need. Something's wrong here. What am I doing wrong? So definitely playing up somewhere and not knowing all the pieces I need or I can get. I don't know what I'm bloody doing, do I? Merge block. What does that mean? Okay, so what are those? That's the magnetic thingy. Jump drive. Well, I certainly don't need that. Okay, so Large magnetic plate. Magnetic plate. Is that upside down or is it the right way up? No.
Energy low.
I don't know which way is the right way up. Oh, nothing like confusion to create confusion, is there? Well, we're going to find out. Because I don't know if it's right or not. Construction comps. Yeah, okay. One motor. Of course. Why not? No, I don't want those. I want small. How do I get small ones? So, okay, light armor. No, it doesn't. I want small, you dumb idiot. Not large. So how the hell do you get small ones? Ah, fuck. Jesus, wet. Here I am trying to make a genius play without having a clue of what I'm doing, and you guys are coming in here messing about. So, okay, where are we getting up to? Right. Nothing's working, is it? I don't know what I'm doing. Does that have to be smaller? Is that the problem? I really don't know what's going on here. So I really don't know how to go about it. Because I can't get anything reduction. Everything's too large. And I don't know how to reduce it. Now it says here, in theory, one component steel block. Light armor block. Small merge block. I'm not trying to merge it. So how do I get small blocks? You've got me confused, guys. And I know this game is always about total bloody confusion. But I just can't. How do you get small blocks? I know you can get small blocks, because I've seen them before. But it's only large ones. Why can't I get any small blocks? Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. It's got to be a reason. And I can't find it, which is really confusing me, because I can very quickly lose patience for something like this when there's no explanation, no reason. You can't change batteries without having to build a completely new vehicle. Alright, let's get rid of this. Shove it back in there, out of the way. Okay, what can we do? See, I can't. No, that's the problem. Where are the small blocks? How do I change it? Because these ignorant buggers don't tell you anything. Two sides can be raised and rotated. Select the same block twice or your toolbar to pick a size. Huh. So maybe you should read the bloody instructions, dumbass. So, okay. We've worked that out, funnily enough. Okay. That's the one we wanted. All right. Well, we've actually had a win. Maybe next time you read the instruction book before you decide to go and screw things up. Right, now, on top of that, let's go back to this. Up one. One be enough? Probably. Go out three. And back. That bar, okay. This thing will probably never get off the ground, so don't be too surprised, folks. Because if this works, it's what's commonly called a bloody miracle. Two that way. One, two, three. Actually, I don't think I need, that's the center. Okay, that's the center there. So, do I know what I'm doing? Hell no. If I knew what I was doing. Okay, is three wide enough? That's the thing. Well, only one way to find out. Okay, now what we need is a cabin. Have we got one? Nope. Cockpit. Okay, so you call the cockpit. Of course you'd have to be bloody different. Okay, what sort of cockpit have we got? Standard one. Well, I guess we've got two. So let's go back to here. One more row there. Now we're going to need batteries, and the best place for batteries, I assume, would be right there. Right, so I think we're actually going to need a couple. Oops, didn't mean to get that one out of line. Let's try that again, shall we? There, okay. And we are going to need, that's not going to leave us much in the way of cargo space, is it? So should we perhaps just put, no, that's a survival kit. Basic assembler. What are we looking for? Survival kit. Interior wall, we don't need that. What are we doing, boys? We're looking for, no, we don't want hinges. Hinges. Conveyor tubes. Square pistons. Ah, small cargo container. And of course, that we need some of them. Okay. I think that would be a little bit overkill. Okay, small cargo container. All right. Then how are we going to get connected to there? Because that's, well, with this, I won't need that, will I? I could just back into there. Is that the right? I think that's a little bit on the large side, Sunshine. Okay, let's wait until we get all that done. Now, we're going to need, if I have, no, okay, we're going to need motors. So let's get everything done. We're also going to need gyros, which I don't think I've got any done yet. No. Okay. Gyros. We're going to need at least 2 of those. We can't put them there because that will be there. Okay. So let's one there, one there. Next we are going to need some lights. Want them there? Or do no, actually we could probably put them in the front and do overkill. So instead of having front thrusters, I can use thrusters like that, or I could put them directly onto the cabin. And still use those lift thrusters there. Because I only need enough lift for that. I don't need a hell of a lot of power. Okay, we've got those, we've got those. We're then going to need also an ore detector. Which I think will probably be best ore detector there. Am I going to be able to get? Probably not. So what I should perhaps do is take that off there. I know this ain't gonna work, but it's fun thinking about it. Okay. And go back. Oh, I thought that might mount on there. So I don't want that one on there. Put it there, okay, that'll do. oil detector there, and I might be able to mount 2 engines in there. So I need lift thrusters. So I'm going to need thrusters to go up and down and left and right and forwards and backwards. That's a lot of bloody thrusters. Okay, so here we go again. Oh shit, lots of them. Okay, flat atmospheric thrusters D shape. Okay, what the hell? And what else have we got here that'll come in useful? Prototype thrusters, ion thrusters. Here I can imagine me trying to work those out. Industrial large hydrogen thrusters. Ion thrusters. Hydrogen thrusters. Atmospheric thrusters. Atmospheric thrusters. I wonder if... Well, I'm not going to the stars. Let's just see what that all works out at. Oh, well, they look alright. Maybe it'll do, maybe it won't. So, what I want is... leave me alone.
Your health is low.
You guys are really pushing your luck. Okay, so I need larger thrusters there, so that because if I'm carrying any weight, I'm going to be quite hard to lift up. So it'd be best to have large thrusters in the front, then just the maneuvering thrusters, because I don't have to do 1,000 miles an hour, like a certain friend I know, who likes to do everything at the absolute maximum speed, and then laughs like hell when I fall flat on my face doing it. Okay, so we need, let's go back to that 3. so it's not going to fit in there. So the small, okay. Those are miles too small. So that ain't going to work like that. How does that look? Yep, that's better. Okay. Now we're going to also need one around the back. Is that right? Okay. Now we're going to need thrusters for going forwards, backwards, and murdering anything on the way. Yeah, well, of course. That'd be better if it was in the middle, wouldn't it? Yeah, that looks a bit better. Now it's lined up. That one was lined up, wasn't it? Okay, we've got thrusters to go up. We now need thrusters that will allow me to maneuver backwards and forwards. So those are the other thrusters. Okay, let's have a look here. What did I... These were the ones, weren't they? Oh, yeah, you've got them already, dumbass. So I want to go forwards and backwards, but what if I could put one that way and one that way? That means I could go left and right. Okay. Now also I need to be able to go up and down. So I've got the downward, at least I've got the upward, so now I need a downward thrust. There. Wonder if I need two of them. Probably better to have too much than too little. Okay, now we've got to go forwards and backwards. We've got side to side. Now, what's the best way of putting these in so I don't totally destroy everything in the meantime? Because I bet if I put them directly under there, they are going to get blown to pieces. So, if I put them half, okay, those, yeah, no, I think I'll keep them separate. One there, and so that's forwards and backwards. then I can put anything in the middle if I need to put some extra stuff in there. Okay, so what have we got? We've got an ore detector. Oh, that's another thing we're going to need, isn't it? We're going to need an antenna. Now, okay, so where's the antenna? Okay, so we've got an antenna, we've got gyros, we've got thrusters, we've got an ore detector, we've got storage. The thing is, I've got a feeling, of course, probably, actually that might not be a silly idea, is to put an extra small container there, then a connector, so that that is actually connected by that. So let's have a look and oh shit.
Fuel low. Fuel critical.
And then a connector. So we have double the cargo space. Some of this, which means some of this can go down to there. Let's go and fill our H2 bottles up again. Get some of that nice doggy shit. Let's see. 8 of those. And we'll have 10 of those. And that will allow us to jump on that. Excuse me. Did you not give me... Of course he didn't. Too bloody greedy. Okay. Where are we up to? So, let's put this one back here. Okay, and that means there might just be enough space. I can bring that one forward, and that'll allow that to be in there instead. Then in there, I could probably put a gun, and if I needed to, I can leave it at the moment, but if I needed to, I could always move those further back and mount drills here in here. That would be interesting. So all we've got to do now is try and build this. And shouldn't that be interesting? Because from here on in, oh, by crying out loud. You son of a bitch. Where is he? Thought he was just here. And tired of you lot, I think I'm going to be making guns a lot sooner than I thought I would be. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yes, getting back to starting to build shit. So let's start with this. 1, 2. Get the big bits done first. Well, we've got a cabin or a cockpit that'll lift upwards. Wasn't that amazing? Okay. Next, let's do the lights. Bulletproof glass. Okay. Alrighty. We've got those. We've got the cabin. So next, and we've got the beginning of the thrusters. So now we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll start with those. Motors. Okay. What was I saying? Motors. We don't have any there. Okay, those are done, those are done, those are done. So all that side's done. Okay, what's going on here? Seriously, because you're in the way? Are you serious? Okay, that's not going to work anyway. So we're going to have to just go and make it all. So this. Ah, okay. Now, the next thing is we should actually get a shitload of steel plate. Well, there's 75 there. Maybe it should. Maybe I should have thought about doing this first. Okay, well, at least that part's done. Now, we have to get those done. Well, at least maybe we can get all the motors done. Ah, fuck. If this works out, at least we'll have that done. Then we can get the top area done. That needs just the batteries, the containers, and the connector. Which means if this flies, it'll be on par with the Wright brothers' effort. Because at least they didn't have to frig around trying to learn what was. Well, I suppose they did, really. Okay, that's all the engines done. So now we've got to get the antenna. We've got to get the ore detector. And we've got to have these two. Okay, I could probably. No. Let's wait for a minute. Let's just see how we get on. Okay, you've got this far. Now, you need batteries. Oh, it's because of you, is it? Of course it would be.
Energy low.
Of course it is. Because you know who decided to be a pusher bitch. You still hanging around there? Okay. Where did we get up to? Right, we got all the little bits done. Now we're doing the batteries. With the grace of God and the handle of a toothbrush, we might actually be able to get somewhere one day. Which doesn't necessarily mean to say we're going to get there today. And of course, after this, then the fun starts. How do you configure a spaceship to make it fly? Because that's something I've never yet worked out, as you can tell by me trying to find out before why the ship stopped and why I could not get it started again. Even though I did what I thought was all the right things by adding a battery and all the good stuff, And of course it didn't make a blind bit of difference. So all this will have to go, and I'll have to try and work it so that I can actually just back into here, because that's obviously going to be too high and I can't take that away. Well, I don't particularly want to take it away, of course. Okay, I've got batteries, they're both green. Are they charging? Hell, I don't know. But how do you tell if they're charging? Control panel, connectors, 2 connectors, incomplete. Okay, atmospheric thrusters forward, down, so. Okay. Batteries. Toggle on, toggle off. Search on custom data. Charge mode auto. Okay, battery number 3. Charge mode auto. Okay, well, yep, I'll just leave those alone. I'm not going to mess around with it. Okay, medium cargo container incomplete. Number 2, connector. Number 2, complete. Well, actually, we're pretty damn close to having it done. So, in theory, that's meant to be automatically charging battery type 400 output. Stored power 100. Current input 0. Charge efficiency 80%. Okay. Well, for the moment, let's make that a block. Battery. Save. Okay. I save those. So auto charge. So where do we go here? Groups. Battery. So it's already on auto, so don't mess with that. So really all we need to do is toggle on off. Okay. By turning the batteries off, that'll shut everything down, in theory. So they're off. So we complete our job. Alright, so the charging, I don't know if it charges through this, I don't think it does. So we're going to have to Oh, that's all done, isn't it? So the only thing we've got to do is those three. All right. Let's get a bit more food. I'll put those in to cook. I'd rather have him cooking than smelling. Okay, we now have to get these two done. There's nothing in the build planner. Right, so we want one of those, and that's totally out of line. What a dumbass. So let's wait until we get these two done. That's what I was going to do. Let's put a ramp up there, just to make things easy. And we then will have to actually take all this shit away to be able to get it into there. I wonder. Just for the meantime, later. Because this is going to have to be able to get below that, isn't it? So that's going to have to come out. Well, sorry about that, folks. I just had a sudden blackout on the computer and sort of did a bit of damage, so sorry about that. Okay, let's leave this bit here. I suppose I can do it from that side. Yeah. So I need to be able to get underneath that and have that over there. Now, in theory, I can land this anywhere on that. I'll leave those there so I can finish doing what I'm doing. By the way my computer's playing up at the moment, I think perhaps it might be better to call it here, and hopefully things will settle down after she stopped playing. And in the next episode, we'll see if my ingenious stupidity actually works. It looks right. At least I think it looks right, and I think it'll fly. But whether it does, yeah, good luck with that. It's